getting ready to start a mini album. This is going to be my August trade album, and I'm going to do a 5" by 5" black chipboard album, just a square. And I'm going to be using primarily this K&Company paper pad, which is the Ivory Fusion paper pad. And you can kind of see it's got some great sort of damask and then some almost like kind of upholstery wallpaper look in black and white, and then there's a great turquoise and this great moss green. I love this purple. So I'm going to use this as my base for the album. And then I just want to show you some of the things that I've got together. This is one of those making memories from the Noteworthy collection, the journaling spots. So I'm probably going to be using some of these to put places for journaling. And I found this great, I know it's Jolie's, and some people are kind of on those, but it's sparkly, and it's metal, and it's pearls. It's really great. I'm probably going to put that on the cover. Then I got these Martha Stewart butterfly stamps. I'm going to do probably embossing with these. And ribbon. I have this pewter and this green. And then also I've got some more greens, some white, some velvet, some pom-poms, some gray off-white pom-poms, some purple, some green velvet. So I've got gathered some ribbons, and then I have this bling fleur-de-lis, and these huge crystal brads that are black and clear. I'm going to put these in the center of flowers, and I'm going to probably be using these flowers, some from each. They've got the greens and the purples from the album. And then I gathered some Glimmer Mist in suede, in spring mint, and in periwinkle. I'm going to use to make some tags with these, which are from Paper Accents, which is a brand I get from createforless.com. They're pretty cheap. It's also the brand for my chipboard. Some really pretty Prima flowers. And then these keys, probably going to add some keys. Then I've got some stamps. I've got handwriting stamps, damask and flourish stamps, some more butterflies, some great journaling stamps, some border stamps, some more border stamps. So let's get started. So I'm going to get started with the first page of the album, and I'm going to decorate these cards with Glimmer Mist to give them a multicolor shimmery look. So I'm spraying with green, which I think is spring green, and then this purple is periwinkle. And then I dried them with my heat gun. You can see how it gives a nice soft suede look that's very shimmery. The shimmer doesn't show up extremely well in the video though. So now I'm just going to do the other sides. I'm just not being very specific about how I do it. I'm just kind of sprinkling it wherever. And then, you know, just using the heat gun to sort of get all the water droplets off and then to get them dry. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some embossing. And I started to use that embossing pad, and then I saw it was pretty stained, so I got a fresh one that I'm going to use instead, because I'm doing a clear embossing on these. So now that I've done the stamping, I'm actually going to cover them with clear embossing powder. And then I'm going to heat set and make sure the embossing powder is melted. And then I'm going to come back through with Distress ink in black soot, and I'm going to cover the entire tag with the ink. And what'll happen is the part that was embossed will not show any ink, and it'll retain the same color from the original Glimmer Mist treatment. So now that it's covered, I'm going through with a baby wipe, and I'm just rubbing it all over the tag, and you can see where I embossed is resisting. I'm just using the heat gun to dry it real quick. And what's great about using the baby wipe is some of the color will show through the black, and it's creating a sheen, a green and purple sheen that's quite nice. And I just did some plain black embossing on the backs. So there are the tags. And I'm just going to add some ribbon to the tags. This aqua ribbon. And I'm going to put a purple ribbon on the other tag. Just using my ribbon scissors. I don't use these scissors to cut paper ever. And so they stay very sharp. And they can cut ribbon, keeps it from fraying. Great to have really sharp scissors for cutting ribbon and other fabrics to minimize the fraying. Now I am actually going to create a pocket on the first page with this paper from the K&Company Black and Ivory Fusion collection. And now I'm going to put adhesive on all 4 sides. Normally when creating a pocket you would put adhesive on only 3 of the sides. But I'm actually going to add this decorative edged border from Creative Imaginations to the pocket, which is why I had adhesive on all 4 sides. I'm just going to extend the adhesive on the 2 sides up to the top of the pocket. And I'm going to glue it down. And now you see there's space. I'm going to use the same black soot distress ink from the tags to ink the edges. And there is what it looks like. I thought it looked a little plain, so I'm going to get a damask stamp from Inkadinkadoo. And I'm going to stamp on the pocket with the black soot and then emboss over it. Distress ink is good for embossing because it stays wet long enough to add powder and then heat it. Especially if you're looking for kind of like not as perfect of a look, just a little distressed look. Which is what I was going for. And I'm just going to emboss it in clear because the ink itself is black. There's no need to use a black powder. You see I have that great damask. Works really well. Just adding some Hero Art Smooth gems to some of the circles. And I'm being careful to avoid any area where I might want to punch my holes. So I'm not getting too close to the edge with the gems. There you see I did the other side. And I created another pocket. Now I'm just making a tag. And I'm centering it on my mat so that I know where to put my ribbon. And I'm just going to staple through the ribbon. Give it a little bit of metal. And I'm going to actually add a smooth gem from Hero Arts onto the staple. It'll stick there well, and it'll give it a nice touch. And then I'm just going to cover the ugly staples in the back with a place for a photo, like a photo mat. And then that goes into that pocket. And that's this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to do the rest of the inside pockets, and I hope you enjoy it.